don't hurry. We usually start about 10 minutes in to the hour. And he's like, yep, you called it.
Well, yeah, we're live, and in true fashion, Studio Squim is starting late. But
very on brand, David. Very on brand.
Very on brand. And in fact, we're a month and 15 minutes late. It's been a long time since we've played a game live, but we're here now. We've got all the usual suspects. I've got myself here, David Pease, broadcasting from Studio Squim here in beautiful Squim, Washington. We've got my opponent, Nathan, preparing his deck there. And then, of course, Guillaume and Stephen, who are going to join us as observers and help us out with any rules, questions, and that sort of stuff. Tonight's game is no holds barred. We're all cards, all printed cards are legal, and even some unprinted ones. I did kind of take an artistic license and allow Dax's dream cards, unbeknownst to my opponent, Nathan. But
ridiculous.
I did not include any in my deck. None of them seem to work very well. I only have a small handful of them. But one day, Nathan, I will sunburn you with the Dax card there. Not tonight.
Reggie.
But we are allowing killer cards. You may see one or two of those. Promos, any of the commercially published. And of course, we're counting season 4 as published right now. So that one's in there as well. Maybe nobody has a physical hands on it just yet, but
not even me.
It's done. And I do have some of those. There's still the test cards. So if you see the white card flip over, you know what's coming. But
I did the nice printed version of them. So
you did the deck justice then.
Yeah. Made them look pretty.
I unfortunately printed a few Christmas photos on my printer and ran out of ink. So that was the end of that for a while.
It'll be fun if he flips over a card and one of the Christmas photos is somehow like in one of this one.
Oh, no. That'll be
is that like a wild card, pick your own quarantine zone, maybe?
There
yeah,
you go.
That'll be a Christmas wish card.
Happy.
Which reminds me, we should do in Magic. They have what's called the wish cycle, which is you can bring a card into the game from your collection outside the game. We should do something like that here.
I think is that not unlike what you're doing for season 7? Maybe the second to last episode.
Oh, well, there is already an official card that allows you to bring an outside card for the collection.
But kind of like more, I was thinking more in the same vein as Nathan was saying, like the wish factor.
Well, I modeled those cards based on the wishes in the actual episodes, but that's not a bad idea at all, actually. It could be a powerful one. Like, bring any card you want. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Eat your heart out, hack into computer or hack into government files.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot that card existed.
But if you look at the FAQ on the website, it does restrict the card more than the game effect actually says. Like, you can't actually go to your binder and look for any card in your collection. But the FAQ, you should look at that.
Yeah, provided you can make a computer 4 skill check to even do that. But yeah.
Which I can't with my current slate of agents. I would fail that.
Nope. And David, I can't quite see yours. Care to introduce us to them, or
I will.
Still getting set up over there?
Just 2 more seconds. Witty banter. Insert witty banter here.
Oh, well, I know we have. I believe we have a couple of notable viewers watching. One of them being Dave Meyer of Anonymous Tabletop Podcast. If you're watching, Dave, hey, what's up? It's been a while. We need to get another game going.
Dave, good to have you.
Yeah. We should also probably have Mike from Matt and Mike's X-Files CCG watching. He's probably saying, let's go, get this game going, gentlemen. Come on.
That's what I'm saying too. Jeez, David.
Well, since I'm here, I will probably I'll just say, hey guys, watch your subscriptions, your YouTube subscriptions, because there may be a video posting soon from Matt and Mike's X-Files CCG that is very much worth watching. Won't say anything more than that. But
we should I should have a cautionary note for Dave. This deck is inefficient. Okay. I know you like your fast decks, but this one is clunky.
Oh, well,
Pure jank.
I'm sure you memorized every card in my deck from last month, but it's the same deck with just a couple of tweaks. I'm still trying to refine the strategy and get some of these cards to work for me. So,
is that the Sciences deck?
This is my CSI deck, the one you beat in like 20 minutes or something.
Excellent.
So I feel like we're on the even playing field then.
I will tell you in advance, Agent Danny Pendrell is in danger. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because this is a killer game.
It's a killer game.
Yes.
Isn't he always in danger though? Kind of.
No. I mean, he's in danger of falling head over heels every time.
Oh.
But otherwise,
yeah. And HR had a talk with him about staring at Scully, didn't they?
They did have a talk with David Lewis about that.
No. That's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Kresge. They had a talk with him about that.
Nice work yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get down to it. We've already talked about which cards are legal and how we're playing. We've established that both of our decks are pretty newbie. They're not probably not a competition level, but we're going to have fun. That's why we're here. I will begin by introducing my team here. We're going to start with my team leader, Agent Dana Scully. I also have Dr. Charles Burke. I have Agent Henderson, also Detective Manners, and Agent Nancy Spiller rounds it out for me.
Excellent. My cast of characters is a tried and true, consisting of Agents Fox Mulder and Assistant Director Skinner. And then we have Albert Hosteen and Agent Henderson.
Ooh, Hosteen. All right.
I think that adds up to 20. I put this together in like an hour, so.
David, yours adds up to 22? Or to 20 as well, I mean?
Well, let's make sure here.
I'm a lawyer, not a mathematician.
9.
Yeah.
13 and 7 makes 20.
Okay. All right. Because I was like 5, and I was like, Scully and you said you have Munch in there, you said?
No much.
Okay. Because I think I heard Munch for some reason. I was like, wait, how is that 20? Very good. So you have Scully, Burke, Henderson. Who did I miss? Spiller.
Henderson, Manners, and Spiller.
Manners, my man.
Oh yeah.
That guy's gonna die for sure.
He's my guy. I would never dream of conceiving a killer card for Detective Manners.
Well, I'll tell you
I
what.
wish we could.
I don't know. Have we seen a killer card in action and play out all the way to the end yet?
Well, we've only played like 2 killer games, so.
I've played the host, but David, you negated it. I played the host attacks on you once, but you negated him.
Yeah, and we've never played we have never played an event card that's specific to an agent.
No.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're able to play that card and take out Manners with a killer card, I'm happy to be your guy for that. That's
all right.
I'm a big fan of killer cards, but I've never been able to make it work. So I'd love to see it.
Well, there may be somewhere out there. I mean, I may not say where. Some of you guys may already know. There is a sort of a killer card that an unconventional one that it actually falls under the equipment type. Some of you may know exactly which one that card may be because it has been dropped on Matt and Mike's channel a while back. Who knows what? But if you don't know, you can just check the comments right now because he just showed you another card that can do that.
Was that a Scully card?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, what is it? I'm blanking on it. I feel like I should know.
Comments.
Oh yeah, an upcoming
can't-
big one, the vending machine bomb.
I can't. Oh, but I don't have that one.
Technically, that card doesn't have killer because it takes out your own agent. But yeah,
All right.
That's
I
one
like
that
that
was-
it's very much it takes out your own agent. But yeah,
That one was.
I like that it's very.
That card was teased in a screenshot not too long or a little bit ago, and I've been excited about it ever since. But it blows up my own agent. I don't know. I have to.
Well, you take an agent like Kresge, who's not really contributing a whole lot to the team, so you want to be strategic about it. Get a Kresge or maybe a Nemhauser or something like that.
Or an SAC Darius Michaud.
There you go. I mean, granted, that version, as you guys probably know, is like a 6 RP agent. Probably not one you'd want to readily take out.
Yeah, I don't want to blow that one up.
He's a conspirator.
He is a conspirator.
Burn him. He's a conspirator on Millennium too.
He
which
is.
I
Yeah.
just rewatched. So
Yeah.
Although the end he kind of turns good. Turns out to be pseudo good guy.
His motivations changed from season to season. The show was very interesting because every season the showrunner would change, and so the direction of the show would go in a very different course than the previous one. So it was interesting. I still love the show to death. I mean, it's a great show. Guillaume really needs to watch it one of these days.
Yeah, there are so many shows on my watch list.
It's fabulous.
Episodes.
You got to stick through some of the kind of not that interesting season 3 episodes, though.
Yeah, season 3 was definitely the weakest installment. I think it was like first season's the best, second season is pretty good, and then third season, yeah, it was kind of a mess. But that's what happens when you keep changing showrunners. So what do you expect is going to happen? But still by and large, the quality is still top notch. Though it's just that it became so convoluted that you really just could not wrap your head around it. What all the dark machinations of the Millennium Group. You couldn't reconcile it by that point.
Sounds like the X-Files in season 8 and 9.
More or less, yeah. That's a very good equivalent. Yeah.
Ouch.
No. That's not ouch. Ouch is saying the third season Millennium is like seasons 10 and 11 of X-Files. It's like, no, that's a deep dig on Millennium. That show is better, much better.
Oh man, somewhere out there, Chris Carter just shed a tear.
Or he should.
Oh, he should. He should be shedding a lot of tears, especially for season 11. Good God. But yeah, no, season 8 is a good season.
Yeah, it is.
It holds up.
Well, the mythology part, some of it is not my favorite, but the season as a whole is really good.
Yes. Yeah. You about ready to go, David?
Yeah, I don't hear any
The
more
viewers are ready.
shuffling.
They came here not to hear us talk. They came here to see some cards get played.
Yeah, that comes after the game. After the game, we talk all we want.
Came to
I
see
don't hear
Manners
any
die.
I don't hear any more shuffling. Nathan, you ready to go?
Yeah, can you not see my screen? I'm good here.
I can see your screen.
Okay.
Hero deck is tall and it is ready to go.
It's all warmed up. Gentlemen,
Check
as
this out.
per our usual, Guillaume and Stephen, I'll
Yep.
be sending you to the back. I'll be watching for your hand signals in case you have clarification for us or something went wrong. But until then, thank you very
Good luck,
much.
gentlemen.
Good
We'll
game.
be seeing you.
See you, gents.
All right, Nathan.
I hope we don't need them.
No, this is going to be smooth game. To determine who goes first, do you want to do the typical coin flip?
Let's do it.
All right, I have my token here. There you are. It's one of my first aid token or wound tokens, so we'll consider the red cross to be heads, and the back of it is a dime that's tails. You ready to call it?
All right. Yeah, let's go. Heads.
It is heads.
All right. I'll go first.
Okay, I'll draw my 7 here.
we're looking at.
All right.
All right, so briefing, we're going to draw my card for the turn. We're going to make some resources. So I've got 1 from Hosteen, 1 from Henderson, 2 from Mulder, and 3 from Skinner since he's in the Bureau, for a total of, what is that, 7? 7. So we'll go up to 13 resource points. And I don't know if you probably can't see the dice, but I'll call out when I spend them and stuff,
Okay.
as usual.
If I have any questions, I'll just ask.
And if I'm cheating, I will not answer. All right, so I'll shift. Oh, I'm buying cards yet. I'll buy. I think I'll buy 2. Right. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'll buy 2. Go down to 11. And then send it over to you, my friend.
All right. I am going to sell 2 cards, Emil and Zoe for 2, and then Lieutenant Terry Wilmer for 4. So 6 CP. Takes me up to 11, and then I'm going to buy 3 cards. So that'll take me back down to 8. And back to you, sir.
All right. Oops, I'm dropping cards all over. No healing. Requisition, I'll pay 4. That'll take me down to 7 resource points. And we're going to give Hosteen a medikit. So he has medical skill that he can heal. He basically has Janice's ability. He can heal 1 wound per turn for any agent in the team. It's going to run 4. And then deployment, I will send. Nope. I'm going to play an event before I do this. So I'm going to pay 1, go down to 6 to play an event, expedite request for resources. So it's played on a team in the Bureau. They make a bureaucracy 4+ skill check, which Skinner can pass alone. I can search through my Bureau deck and get 1 equipment added to my hand. You good with that, David?
I don't feel good, but I'll allow it.
All right. The equipment we're going to get is, big surprise, a cell phone. We're going to call Skinner on his cell phone.
Coming out strong with the equipment. This is interesting.
And then I'll yeah, I'll attach it to Skinner right away. How many, you have 8 conspiracy points?
Correct.
All right, so I'll go down to 2 there. Skinner's getting his cell phone. I'll use 1 of Mulder's tokens. Oops, he comes with 3, so they'll still have 2. To play deployment, I'm going to move them up to the field except for Skinner. Case assignment, so I'll use Mulder's token to play Newark, New Jersey. It's a evidence collection and method question. And I'll send it over to you for bluffs.
Okay. I'm sorry, you said those keywords again were?
So it's an evidence collection 4+ and method question.
Okay.
So its keywords are site, mono, method, evidence collection.
Okay. Perfect. I have just one bluff for you.
You're bluffing me already.
And the best part is you can't see my face.
All right. Let's set that off to the side. I'm actually going to leave that there.
All right.
So no investigation.
No.
I can use. How many cards in your hand?
7.
Let's see. I'll burn Hostein's token, and let's take a look at what you're working with there.
And you get to see my whole deck on that one, or my whole hand, right?
Yeah, to examine your hand, I can select one conspiracy card from it. And if you play that card at any time in the game, I can immediately ask a question about your X-File.
All right. I have Dr. Blockhead, Dr. Daniel Trepcoast.
What does he negate?
Negates one primordial creature.
Oh, okay.
Lieutenant Terry Wilmer. See if I have any more doctors in here. Nope. The Kalasari.
What does the Kalasari do?
Negate an occult creature.
Okay.
Nobody Cares.
I don't remember that one.
That is a season 4 card. Any adversaries played at this site are shuffled back into your bureau deck instead of the discard pile.
And that's a conspiracy card?
That is.
Okay.
It's a bluff. And then another bluff, Paul Mossinger. This guy is the pay the listed conspiracy cost, where X is the number of conspiracy paid to gain the desired modifier to one of the following skills: alien investigation, observation, or subterfuge, where if you pay 1, it's -1 to your skill check. If I pay 3, it's -2, and so on.
Okay.
And last one is a site. It's Farmington, New Mexico.
Well, that didn't get me much of anywhere, did it? So I guess I only have 2 conspiracy cards to pick from, right?
Yeah, these 2 bluff cards here.
All right. I'll go Mossinger on that one.
Okay.
And you know what? Let's do it. Let's investigate.
Oh, okay.
So I think I can. We'll have Skinner cell phone it in with that team too. So it is a evidence collection. Oh, we got to do the bluff. Sorry.
That's a true bluff.
A true bluff. All right.
A true bluff. So
we're gonna
got a clear path to investigate.
Yeah, we're gonna hit my evidence collection criteria, and it's a method question. And we'll go. Is your method violence?
It is not.
Alrighty. That's going to be the end of my turn. I have 7 cards.
All right, and I also have 7, so no discard. And I'll start my briefing phase by drawing 1 for turn. Interesting, interesting. So I'll generate res. Starting at the bottom here, Nancy Spiller gives me 1. Detective Manners is 0. Henderson is 1. Scully is 2. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Burke makes 5. Oh, I couldn't tell if Stephen was eating popcorn or giving me the wave, but I think we're good here. So that gives me 10 all day.
Popcorn.
And then I am going to buy two. And I'll turn to you to sell and buy for conspiracy.
Okay. Just let me quick finish crossing off that. All right, it's buy and sell for conspiracy. You know, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to stand pat, David.
All right. We'll move to healing, and I haven't taken any wounds on anyone, so we'll skip that. Requisition, I don't have any equipment I'm going to requisition at this time. So we'll move right to deployment. I'm going to deploy Burke. Well, I'm just going to deploy all of them here. I'll move all 5 from the bureau to the field. Case assignment. I'm going to hate myself for this, but Farmington, New Mexico, that's Alien Investigation 5 or Computer 5. I'll pay my 1. And then, or you know what? I'm going to actually use Nancy Spiller's token to pay for that one. She has placed 1 token on this card. This RP may be used to pay for any keyword computer or science. Wow, yeah. Pays for computer or science, and this is a
You're allergic
computer.
to Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy. Good thing I have a lot of doctors in my hand here. So that'll pay for the site. Like I said, it's Alien Investigation 5, Computer 5, and then it's motive or method.
I have no bluffs.
No bluffs, okay.
Yeah.
I will move to investigation and assign Dr. Charles Burke and Agent Nancy Spiller to use the computer skill.
And what are the keywords for that one again?
Keywords are site, multi, motive, method, alien investigation, and computer. Oh, and I should say that Nancy Spiller has 1 for computer and Burke has 4 for computer. So I've got 5 right now.
I'm going to play Rejuvenating Caves. Go down to 3, and you can go ahead and complete your X-File or your investigation.
Okay, I should have declared this also. I'm going to ask a method question.
For sure.
Is your method subterfuge?
It is not.
Okay. That takes care of that. Move to debriefing. I've got 9, so I need to discard 2 here.
We have a friend who's curious about the game.
Oh, how old is he? Looks like a puppy.
She's actually 10.
Oh, wow.
She's good at fooling people, aren't you? All right. Down you go.
Okay, I'm going to discard Nobody Cares from season 4 and Paul Mossinger. That gets me down to 7.
All right, sounds good. And I have 6. Okay, so I will draw. We have 7 again, which is going to put me up at 9. Mulder's 2 have to be used to draw cards. So that'll put me at 7 again. And that's all I'm going to draw. Yeah. And I'll pass it over to you.
I'm actually, I'm good where I am. So I'll turn it back to you.
Okay. So I have no healing, no requisition this time around. Good with deployment. I will pay, well, let's see. I'll use another one of Mulder's tokens. To play Fairfield County Zoo, which is an observation 4 and motive question.
And I just discarded Paul Mossinger.
I know, but I would have got to ask you a question anyway if you played him, so.
Not true.
I don't think you were necessarily disadvantaged by that. Yeah, and I think we'll leave it at that. So over to you for bluffs.
One bluff.
One bluff. Okay. Yeah, we're going to investigate anyway.
Okay. This is Detective Joe Curtis. Force your opponents to discard 1 witness from their hand. If your opponent has no witnesses in their hand, this card has no effect. If your opponent has a witness to discard, then attach Detective Curtis to 1 investigating agent of my choice. The agent is arrested and may not contribute to any skill checks until the remaining team makes a criminal investigation 4+ skill check.
Are you going to pay for your bluff?
Costs 5, so I'm down to 3.
So if I have a witness, you get to quote unquote arrest one of my agents and prevent them from contributing their skills. Am I understanding that right?
Yes, unless your team makes a criminal investigation 4+. The remaining team.
Which, assuming you try to arrest Mulder, I could not do. Tricky, David.
Love that season 4.
As much as yeah. Okay. I'm just going to pay the 2 and Langley your bluff.
If only you could see the disappointment in my face.
No, I can feel it though. It's coming through the screen. I'm a little disappointed too because I'm not going to tell you the witness I had, but thematically it was set up perfectly for you. So, okay. Any events? Otherwise, I'm looking at a success on an observation 5 here.
No events, no adversaries. You're good to go.
Okay. So it's a motive question. And I think we're going to I think we'll check in on ideology. Is your motive ideology?
It is not.
Curses. Okay. And I think that'll do it for me.
All right. I have 6, so no discard.
I'm sitting at 7.
All right, then I will start my briefing phase. I'm going to start by drawing for turn. And then Nancy Spiller used her token, and it says here, if you use the token, replace it during your briefing phase. So I'm going to replace that token now. And for resource, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then
I'm going to tick up 2 from my rejuvenating caves.
Sure. I'm going to buy 3 cards. Takes me down to 10, and I'll turn to you to sell and buy conspiracy.
Sure. Not going to do it again.
Okay. No one has taken any damage, so no healing, no equipment to requisition. Deployment, everyone is where I would like them to be. As far as case assignment, I have no sight cards. So we're going to move on to debriefing. And unfortunately, I was hoping I would get something in those 3, so I'm a little over on my hand size here. 10, so I've got to discard 3. Oh, okay. 3. I'm discarding the Kalasari, Dr. Alexander Ivanov, and Dr. Daniel Trepkos.
So there are a lot of witnesses that just beat it.
Yeah. And a lot
right.
of protection from adversaries, too.
Whoa. All right. So I will draw my card for the turn. I'm going to get 7 and go up to 12 on the resource points. 2, Mulder's 2 have to be used to draw cards, and that's the only drawing I'm going to do. That's the sound of a man thinking right there.
Yeah, thinking. To sell Dr. Bugger for 3. Takes me up to 6. And then I'm going to buy 2. And then back to you, sir.
All right, so I am in my healing, no healing. Requisition, I am going to requisition for 3, taking me down to 7. An Apollo 11 keychain.
Ooh.
It's going to go on Skinner. Phone in one hand, keychain in the other. So that is going to bump his res value by 1. I could have played it for free if an agent was removed from the game, but hasn't had that happen yet. Deployment, everyone's where I want them to be. Let's do... Oops. No! My hand flying everywhere. I'll pay 1 and toss, and I got to give Dax and Steven credit on this because this card is incredible. The picture, the UFO crash site. Great card. So that is an alien investigation 5 and up, or observation 5 and up, and affiliation or result question. And I'll send it over to you for bluffs, my friend.
Is this the part where you tell me which skill you're going to use?
I do not have to do that yet. I have to do that when I announce
when you
during the investigation phase. Yeah.
Okay. I have 1 bluff.
Okay. And I'm going to investigate, and I'm going to use alien investigation for it.
Okay. The bluff is Nasty Surprise. Play to add 5 tokens to your conspiracy pool. Cost is 3, but because I played it upside down, it's 1 less, so it costs me 2. And then add 5 to make 7 all day.
Beautiful. All right, so I am currently looking at alien investigation of 6. Do I have to announce what class of question I'm asking too at this point? I don't remember.
Steven is shaking his head no. I think that comes when you successfully investigate, right?
Okay, sounds good.
Yes, and then now I'm getting the nod, yes. Okay.
All right, so David, you can hit me with all you got. Adversaries, events, what's it going to be?
Got this dead hand. All right, ask your question. That's 3 in a row.
is where it starts getting hard because you actually have to add up like, okay, what do I need? What questions do I need to have answered here? I think it's going to be a resolve question. Let's see. Do I have any insanity on here? Huh. Actually, I think it makes the most sense to ask, is your affiliation alien?
It is not.
Striking out all over the place here. Alrighty. All right, so that's burned. Let's see, what else do I want to do, if anything? Nothing, and I have 7 cards, so I'm going to pitch Bill Mulder. That was the witness you were going to arrest. So you were going to remove Bill Mulder from the game so you could arrest Fox Mulder. I thought it was perfect.
Got a problem with the family.
Yeah.
Got a beef.
All right, and that's I'm all wrapped up.
Okay, I'm exactly 7, so no discard.
Okay, and I have 7 as well.
All right, then I'll start my briefing by drawing 1. Oof.
I'm going to use Rejuvenating Cave before I forget.
Sure. I will generate my res, which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, oof. I'll buy 2. Oop. Once you do that, I was at 15. And then buy 2. So that takes me down to 13. It's to you to sell and buy for conspiracy.
Oh, I'm good. I'm going to stand pat.
For some reason, that makes me nervous.
Oh, I just have, well, I don't think it should. Let me just put it that way.
All right. All right. Move to healing. And again, no one's taken any damage, so no healing. No requisition of this time. Deployment, everyone is where I would like them to be right now. So case assignment, I'll play my site card, which is I'm sorry, showing my age here with my glasses. Maheim Propulsion Laboratory in Colson, Virginia, Washington, one of those two.
Someplace, some damn place in the United States.
It's out there. It's a mystery. And
Jesus.
I'll use Spiller's token again since she can pay for computer. This is a computer 4 and motive question. That's 1 token, but this site costs 2. The 1 token only pays for 1, right?
Right.
Okay, so down 1 to 12. And to you, sir, for bluffs.
I have none.
No bluffs. All right, I will assign my people, and it's going to be the same team. Dr. Charles Burke, which has computer 4, and Nancy Spiller, computer 1. That gives me 5.
All right. I'm going to pay 5, go down to 2 conspiracy, and we'll try to quarantine them there with the quarantine zone.
Now you have to refresh my memory, and for the benefit of our many viewers.
Yeah, so this is what I consider one of the ultra rares from the season 4 expansion. So this card goes on top of the site with 2 tokens. You take a token off during each of the briefing phases. While this card is in play, the site can't be resolved. The team may not move or contribute their skills until the last token has been removed, unless the agents have a biohazard suit, in which case they're immune from that effect. So basically, it puts that site under quarantine for the next couple turns.
The site and the agents. So I'll move them to the side here. And you said during my briefing phase, right?
Yes, and can we confirm with Stephen that's right? During each, so 1 token is going to come off during each of your briefing phases. Okay.
Oh well, let me just pull up because make sure have you Nathan, have you reprinted since we
yes, these are fresh prints from the Facebook
Yeah,
group.
because I was going to be wondering if we were going to have to be like, nope, you're working with outdated cards.
I remember we've had a discussion about when these get removed. So
sure. So at this point, it's like you guys can.
And David,
you
correct,
used up all your printer ink on that too, right?
Yeah.
So briefing phases on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So David, 1 is going to come off during your next briefing phase. The last one is going to come off during your briefing phase after that, and then you'll be able to complete it. So it basically locks you in there for 2 turns, I think, if I'm reading that right.
That's my understanding as well, yeah.
Yeah. So. All right.
All right, well, that having been said, I have nothing to negate that. I'm just making sure. That's an event, right?
Correct. Event, phenomena, and resource are its keywords. Nice use of the phenomena keyword there.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything there, so we'll have to let that one go through.
All righty.
So we'll move right to debriefing, and once again, I catch myself with too many cards.
My dog is perfectly content for you to take your time because she's enjoying the neck scratches right now. And if I pull my hand away from her, I think she's going to be upset.
So
I'm waiting to land that. You have 9 cards. I'm waiting to land that blow where I can guess some characteristic.
Yeah, the one characteristic that's going to open it wide up.
Let's go.
Going to discard internal bleeding.
Oof.
I know.
That's a killer card, isn't it? Or no, I'm thinking of massive internal damage. Yeah.
And Dr. Blockhead takes me down to 7.
All right, and I've got 6. So I will draw for the turn. I have 8 resource points now with the Apollo 11 keychain, which is going to put me up at 14. I think I'm going to draw 3 cards, and that's going to put me down to 11.
My turn to sell.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No worries. I'm going to sell the shotgun for 6. And I'm going to buy just 1. That's all I need.
Just 1.
And back to you, sir.
Okay. Sitting there with 12 conspiracy points. Goodness. Goodness. All right. No healing. We'll go to requisition, and I am going to go down to 5. So I'm going to spend 6 resource points to give Skinner a friggin' shotgun. Actually going to use it. And
so that gives him 3 equipment?
That gives him 3 equipment, yes. I don't think there's a limit. I know you can only use one equipment per skill modification, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm just taking an inventory there. He's got a cell phone, a shotgun, and the Apollo 11 keychain.
That's right.
Wow.
He's decked out.
He's going to need
GI Skinner.
utility belt.
So Skinner's loaded. Let's see. And then I will use so I think I'm actually going to do case assignment. I'll actually move Skinner to the field. Or deployment, I'm sorry. Case assignment, I'm going to use Mulder's token. We're going to do 2 sites this turn. So I'm going to play first Franklin, Pennsylvania. It's a criminal investigation 4+ and method site. And then I'm going to pay 1 and play another beautiful UFO crash site, which is an alien investigation observation site and affiliation or result question. And feel free if you need me to run down those again.
Oh, this is gonna suck. No bluffs.
Okay, so I'm gonna form up teams here. We're going to do Mulder and Hosteen investigating the UFO crash site. We're going to do Henderson and Skinner investigating Franklin, PA. And let's do the UFO crash site first. So we're going to do alien investigation. It's a 5 and up check. I currently have 6 there.
I'm going to try this one. Simon Gates.
Oh, no.
There's no description in here for it. It's just the activators are conspiracy, agent, and believer. His long range is 0, short range is 10, and health is 7.
Yeah. That's a big nasty. I think he's going to wipe me.
Keywords are adversary, occult, and creature.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's going to do some damage to me. Okay. So we'll go to combat. So he's got no long range, you said?
No long range. So do your worst.
Okay, so I'm going to hit him for, what, 3 in the long range round. Dude has 7 health. And we're going to go to close range. And he's going to do 10 to one of my agents, yeah?
To Fox Mulder, yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to do 3 to him. I'll use Hosteen's token. Not that it matters. So Mulder's going to take the 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to zip him over to the hospital. Well, now, wait a minute. What does this medikit do? Oh, so I won't use that yet. I'll use that when he goes to the hospital. Let's put this stuff up here. This will be the hospital. Okay, and now I'm going to deal another close range to Gates or whatever his name is. And he's going to deal 10 to Hosteen, right?
Yeah. Well, don't you wipe him out first? Or do I go?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Hosteen's out.
Well, as a practical matter, your dude's gone anyway.
Yes.
Because I'm going to fail the side check and he'll go to the discard pile. So Hosteen's going to get 3 wounds on him. Then once they're in the hospital, I'll use Hosteen's medikit to heal the wound on himself. Well, that sucked. I will fail that site skill check, and we'll go over to Franklin, Pennsylvania, where hopefully I'll fare a little better. So this is a criminal investigation 4. I currently have 4 at that site.
And in this case, I'm going to pay 6.
Oh, hold up! You got to pay for your adversary there.
Oh, so that was 6. So now I'm down to 6.
Okay.
Sorry about that. And now I'm going to pay 6 to play F. Emasculata Outbreak. This card does not initiate combat. Play this card in the investigating player's hospital section. Place 3 tokens on this card. Remove 1 token in the debriefing phase of your opponent's turn. This card is discarded when the last token is removed. Agents may not heal as long as this card is in their hospital section.
Oh God. Okay.
So I'll put this in my hospital with 3 tokens. And I'll remove them during your debriefing phase.
So can I still use the medikit then?
No. Just to bring in our judges here to make sure, Guillaume and Stephen, you're coming in. I think I saw.
Crap, David.
Yeah.
That is very well played right there.
No kidding.
Well done. I've not seen the F. Emasculata Outbreak card played in any of the games we've ever done. I don't think I've ever played. So, and you played it very nicely here. You get 2 of his top agents in there, and then you hit him with that card. So very impressive. And you had enough CP to pull off both those 2 adversaries. So again, bravo.
And I think that's the first time we've seen Simon Gates not being negated. So
yeah, that too. yeah. So yeah, to answer your question, yeah, you can't use the medikit. You can't use any equipment on it. The only equipment card you can pretty much use in the hospital are like the hospital crash card, and the only one that you can use that's actually attached to an agent is the 2-Lux video camera. But beyond that, yeah, the equipment is out of play on agents in the hospital.
Wait, if you didn't have the F. Emasculata, I could use the medikit, right?
In the hospital, I think it says you have to play in the field, right? If you read the.
Actually, it does. No, it doesn't. But
it doesn't. Oh, okay.
No.
I'm thinking of Janice's effect or something.
I was going to say, because I used it before he played F. Emasculata, so Hosteen only has 2 tokens on him right now, 2 wounds.
Was Hosteen already in the hospital then?
He got moved over in the.
Yes.
Okay. I'm pulling up that equipment card so I can read it.
Yeah.
It says an agent with medical skill may use the medikit to heal 1 wound on any agent in the team once per turn.
On the team once per turn.
This may prevent an agent from going to the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Well, technically, you could have used that before Mulder got to the hospital, so Hosteen was still in the field by then.
Yeah, because he sent Mulder first, so and Hosteen came second, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Mulder went first.
Yeah, that would have been a good time to drop. Yeah.
Yeah, because actually that would have prevented Mulder from going to the hospital, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the last sentence on that card.
Would that have mattered?
Yeah, because Gates deals 10 damage, but Mulder only receives 5. He has a health of 5, so if Hosteen heals 1, then Mulder still has 1 health left, so he remains in the field.
Yeah, Mulder would have been able to get another crack at Gates before, and then David would never have gotten a chance to go after Hosteen because he would have still been dealing with Mulder.
I see. But yeah, for some reason, I thought it wouldn't matter because it would just negate one of the excess wounds.
No, it means Mulder would have been in for another round of close range combat at that point. So you would
gotcha.
Yeah, and then with his close range, with that would have. Yeah, sorry, my cat is bothering me right now. He would have been able to combine with the rest of the team. Yeah, they would have been able to get Gates, and Hosteen would still be out in the field unscathed.
All right. Well, between Quarantine Zone and F. Emasculata, we have successfully elongated this game another hour.
Yeah. I was gonna say no backsies because we haven't seen this card played before, and I want it's like I say it stands. So the heal so you can heal in the hospital once the once that F. Emasculata outbreak gets lifted.
Sounds good. All right, so David,
Thank
oh, thanks guys, appreciate it. So David, I think you're out of conspiracy, so I'm gonna pull off Franklin, Pennsylvania, huh?
Yeah, that was my sacrifice there.
Yeah, I would say it was worth it. Okay, so this is gonna be a method question. Let's see what I got left here. Just give me 1 second.
Sure.
All right, is your method subterfuge?
It is not.
You're making me work for this one, for sure. Okay, I think now that you've decimated my team, I have 7 cards, so I think we're good.
I've got 5. Now, this is your debriefing, so I'm going to take 1 token off of F Masculata.
Yep.
And that brings it back to me.
Yes, sir.
Very good. I'll draw for turn. And oh no, I gotta leave those there. So now my res is affected. I only get 3 this time. So I'm at 15. And I'm going to purchase 2. I take that back. I'm going to purchase 3. So it takes me down to 12. And it's over to you to buy and sell Conspiracy.
All right. 1 token is going to tick off of the quarantine zone as well during the briefing phase.
Oh, thank you.
I just did 2 to my conspiracy pool for rejuvenating caves. I'm going to sell a beautiful autographed No One's So Paranoid.
Oh, very nice
5
card.
conspiracy. Put me at 9. And I'll take 1 card out of that. And back to you.
All right. No healing to do and no requisition. Deployments, everyone's going to stay where they are. And then case assignment. I'm going to go to Striker's Cove in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Georgia. This is, that's 2, so I'll take 2 off. That is evidence collection 4 or more and affiliation question.
All right. I have no bluffs.
All right. I am going to move all 3 remaining agents. This is evidence collection. Scully has 2, Henderson has 3, and Manners has 1. So I've got 6.
All right. So I'm going to pay 3. And drop my own adversary on you. Her name is Margie Kleingen. So she is a 2 long range, 2 close range, 2 health.
I'm sorry, 2 long range?
2 long range, 2 close range, 2 health. But I'm going to play another 2 and also play Terry Roberts there along with her.
Oh, I know that's a 1-2 punch there. Can you refresh my memory on how that goes?
It is. So when Margie and Terry are, so Terry can be played at any site where Margie is present without worrying about activator requirements. When this occurs, they both attack simultaneously. They basically double their stats. And if you're using a cult investigation, which I think that's evidence collection, right?
Correct.
Okay. So yeah, it's doubled. So they become 4-4-4 for long range, close range, and health. Or wait, we should actually, how does this work? So they attack simultaneously and they get doubled. So I believe it's 8. So like total long range is 8, total close range is 8, total health is 8. Hopefully I've done that right, judges. Because they each become 4.
That's an insane amount of damage.
If I'm wrong about that, Stephen or Guillaume can wave to you. But I think that's how it works because they both get doubled.
I'm getting no waves. Give me just a second here.
You bet.
I'm flailing. I'm desperate here. All right. I'm going to play the Thinker for 5, which is change 1 keyword to any other 1 keyword on a card played by your opponent. So on one of your adversaries, I'm going to change a keyword to bluff.
For
and
sure.
I'm going to pay 2 to Langley that adversary.
All right. What does Langley say? Does it matter that you change the keyword on that?
No, you know what? It doesn't. Shoot. I was thinking of the other lone gunman.
The Frohickey?
Well, no, hold on. Force 1 bluff card attached to a site to be discarded. If there are several bluffs at the site, the bluff to be discarded must be chosen randomly. So I'm hoping I can change one of your adversaries to a keyword bluff and then Langley it. But I'm gonna, yeah, Steven's waving his hand. I know he's got something to say. I don't think this is gonna work.
I'm not leaning in your favor on this, David, and I'm gonna get really technical here because I know some of the early Premier cards were written this way, but Langley's card does not say force 1 keyword bluff, and the word bluff is not in all caps either, so it's not even really referencing it as a keyword. It's referring to the type of card which changing the keyword on one of those adversaries is not gonna.
It's not gonna affect him.
If I'm reading Langley's card as is, I know I maybe some fans might argue against. It's like, well, no, they meant the intent, the spirit, whatever, is that it's a keyword bluff, but that's not how Langley reads it. So I feel like for this instance, in which the outcome is dependent upon you changing a keyword and then using Langley to affect a card based on keyword, I feel like that doesn't cut it. What do you say?
Yeah, I agree. I think if there was a card that would allow you to change the type of suit on the card, then that Langley would work. But currently,
I did have a card like I do have a card like that I sent you, Nathan, for an expansion. So yeah. This card, that card actually would help for once. So
I had the right idea, but not.
You didn't have the right card for it. If Langley's card said force one keyword bluff, I probably and then factoring in what the rest of Langley's card says, because I guess you could say the adversaries. I mean, semantic.
So in other words,
no. For this example, it doesn't work, unfortunately. If you have Frohickey. Well, even Frohickey doesn't even say keyword, does it? Because I feel like even Frohickey's like same problem as that. But yeah.
Well, no one's so paranoid. It just says negate one event.
Yeah.
Well, I think they fixed that for Frohickey doesn't say it either. It just says one event card. So and it's not in all caps event. So yeah, same problem. But yeah.
So in other words, the thinker gives you the bluff that you need to hit the activator on Langley, but doesn't actually allow you to discard the bluff card.
Well,
is that what I'm hearing?
More or less. Like, so what he's trying to do is he's trying to change, I imagine, one of your adversary's keywords
to
bluff, and then use Langley to negate it as a bluff. But unfortunately, Langley's game effect doesn't quite read out that way.
Yeah, it doesn't refer to the keyword. It refers to.
What were you saying, Guillaume?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's a good point, Nathan. But yeah, I agree that I think that's one example that they just maybe didn't think that people would be using the thinker that way. But it would have made sense, though.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. I wasn't trying to help David.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I mean, no, I like to. You played devil's advocate.
Your motivations were purely for the game, right?
Yeah,
right.
And I have to say, I really want to see Margie and Terry being played together.
I know that's and you're correct in that the double that when they're played together, you double their long and close range for each of them because it's pretty awesome that you're able to get them both out at once. So that's kind of the incentive for that. Triple if this was a cult investigation, but I don't think it is. I can't see your site, but I assume it's not.
It's evidence collection.
Oh, well, then that would be extra awesome if it was an occult investigation site. Holy smokes.
And it says they attack simultaneously, which I'm understanding that they attack as one, right?
It's treated as one combat. So, so you're attacking them with, they each have 2, and then you're doubling that. So it's like 8, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Well, while we're here, Guillaume and I were messaging back and forth because we were trying to reconcile the earlier question you guys had regarding the equipment. Now, when I said I was thinking of because my understanding, it doesn't actually say in the book, in the rules, you can't specifically use equipment on agents in the hospital. I took that from that agents can't contribute to skill checks while they're in the hospital, and most of the equipment helps out with skill checks. But this in the case of the Medikit, it's a non-traditional equipment card. So that's kind of where we were discussing. So I don't really have an area in the rule book that I can cite specifically for that. So it almost seems to think that the absence of it does allow for it. Although if you want to cite the spirit of the intent, I'm kind of up in the air on that. What do you say, Guillaume?
I think that, as you said, the only thing in the hospital section, it just says agents cannot contribute their skills while they're in the hospital. So, for instance, if Skinner were in the hospital, he would have the the cell phone, but he would not be able to use it because he would not be able to contribute. But
Skills.
with the medikit, it's not a skill, so it should be used. It should be able to be used.
But in any event, I can't use it anymore because of FMSculata, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that aside, so it does seem like you can. That's just one of those little nuances that, yeah, you can't find anywhere to cite specifically for non-traditional equipment, because the majority of them are usually just contributing to skills, and so yeah, we don't have an easy one because there's not at the time of the that advanced rule book they didn't have was being conceived, or even the basic one, they didn't have a whole lot of non-traditional equipment cards at that point in time. So yeah,
but then
a lot of this came a little later.
the 2x video camera does not make a lot of sense then, because it does say that the modifier applies even if the agent is in the hospital.
So yeah, but they say it specifically on the card, so I think that was intent. Like, even though the way it's written is kind of funny, but I take that to be as that card is the exception to the rule. With
it does add 2 to the agent's subterfuge skill, but so that remains in effect. But since the agent in the hospital cannot contribute to a skill check, then it doesn't matter if the agent still has the +2 subterfuge.
Until we design a card that allows them to.
Yeah. So yeah, I get the absence of any specific citation in the rule book. I say, like, once the hospital or the FMSculata outbreak is out of the picture, yeah, you can go ahead and use Hostein's equipment card, as you please. And of course, anyone watching this video, later on or even now, feel free to weigh in.
Yeah, please comment. I know we've got at least one viewer out there.
Yep.
So David, I believe I'm about to wreck you.
Rulings aren't helping you out, unfortunately, but it was a good try, though. Very good try.
Good thought. Good thought.
Yeah.
And,
it is a shame you dropped all of those witnesses early on that would have been very helpful at this point in time. But take a look. I mean, just assess what you have and see if maybe you can find some other way. Check your hand and whatnot. I don't know. Maybe you got something. I don't know.
I was delighted to see the Calasari go.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it was like, I mean, the Calasari, I was like, oh, I figure he's got Chuck, so he's like, he might as well get rid of the Calusari. So that was an understanding. But then you're dropping Blockhead, then you're dropping Trepco. So I was like, oh man, it was just all those adversary negating witnesses were just going down the drain at that point. But
yeah, I had to make cuts. I had to make cuts.
Yeah, but as I said in the private chat, if you're doing that to build towards something specific, I'm just like, you're making a strong case for it.
If that's a great point. The only reason this works is because I have Burke on the quarantine zone.
Yeah. Because David's out of luck with Burke out of the picture. So yeah, unless he's got something else in his hand, which obviously we can't see much of anything on David's end. So I don't know, David. If you got anything else, great. But if not, it doesn't look like it's going to work out for you this round.
It's not going to work out for me this time. And in the spirit of no backsies that I pulled on you earlier, I do need to pay for Langley, and then these guys will both go to my discard since they weren't able to work.
You don't have to do that. Just
I was going to say, I'm okay with you taking Langley back at least, if you
can take them both back.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah. What did I do that you told me I couldn't take back? I don't even remember.
Was something about the.
Oh, was it the Mulder thing? This is fine. This is different. Like, I should have realized that. So this was more of a rules thing that.
Okay. Well,
did you have something else, Cam? I thought you were about to say something.
Oh yeah, I was going to again, it shows that the thinker is not as useful as you think he is, because you do need to have that specific extra card that allows you to, be able to negate the keyword that you've changed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then I did not pay for Langley. I did pay for the thinker, so I'll put 5 back. And I'll put them back in my hand. And now you've had a chance to see
what you're cooking with.
see a couple
bluff.
of cards at least. Thank you, judges. We're going to get right back into the game here.
All right, carry on.
All right. So I have a dual force adversary bearing down upon you.
Yeah, now help me out. You've got a long range of 8.
Correct. And a health of 8.
And a health of 8. So it's directed toward one agent first. I assume that's going to be Dana.
What is so it's an evidence collection skill check, and what do your agents have for that skill?
Evidence collection. Dana Scully has 2. Agent Henderson has 3. And Detective Manners has 1. So Henderson's the big contributor right now.
Okay. And what do you have for long range damage?
Scully is 3. Henderson is 1. And Manners is 1. So 5.
All right. So basically, I'm going to get a shot at 2 of your agents. So, yeah, well, no, it could be 3. So, okay, yeah, I'll take down Scully first. And Margie is going to get, well, the combo are going to get 5 wound tokens, right? For 5 long range?
Yes.
Okay. So 3 left, and we'll go to close range now, which is going to be 8 as well. And I'll deal that to Henderson.
Okay. And 2 to you.
Oh, okay, so this is going to wipe the team. And then we'll hit Manners last, and he'll kill the duo.
Wow.
Everyone's hurt. Everyone's hurt or incapacitated.
Including my pride. Yeah, so that takes care of the site. And we'll go right to debriefing.
And I have 5 cards.
I've got 8, so I need to get rid of 1. That will be... All right, Thinker, you're fired. Now I'm down to 7.
All right.
And back to you.
Okay, so I will draw my card for the turn. Let's see. I'll make some rests, which is going to be 1 from Skinner, +1 from the keychain, +1 for Henderson. So 3. Just going to put me at 7. And oh man, I think I'll draw 2 cards, which is going to put me at 5. And then I'll send it over to you.
Okay.
Well, you're thinking I'm going to get my dog some treats so she leaves me alone.
Okay. All right, this isn't going to make a lot of sense, so I know some nodding heads, but I'm going to sell Langley for 2.
That
And turn
doesn't
it
make
back
a lot
to
of
you.
sense, David.
Back to you.
Okay. So I have no healing. Oh, does the F Emasculata, does that come off in my debrief
Correct.
phase?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So no healing, no requisition, deployment. We're good right there. Case assignment. I'm going to pay 2, go down to 3 res, and play the Olympic National Forest in Washington. That is an evidence collection and result site. Bluffs to you.
And what is your evidence collection right now from your agents?
So currently sitting at 6 between the 2 of them.
Which one has which?
Both are. I'm sorry. Evidence collection is 5. 2 for Skinner, 3 for Henderson.
Okay. I have 1 bluff.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate.
Okay. This is the laser barrier. It costs 2, but it was played upside down, so it costs 1. Play to prevent 1 agent assigned to a site from contributing the agent's skills to 1 skill check of my choice that the team makes this turn.
All right, so I'm gonna pay 2, and I'm gonna Langley it.
Okay.
So currently sitting at 5, looking like I'm gonna pass, but you never know.
You never know, but in this case, you do know.
Okay. So this is going to be a result question. Give me 1 second. I got to hit on one of these soon, right? Right?
Right.
All right. Looks like death, insanity, or psychological are the big outliers. I can eliminate an entire affiliation if I choose death. Is your result death?
It is not.
Gosh. Gosh. Well, I've got you down to 8 the hard way here. My goodness.
I think I've only asked 1 question this whole game so far.
Okay, and that's going to be my turn then. So
All right,
we're going to
it's your
lose one of
debriefing.
the F Emasculata tokens.
Taking that off now.
Yep. And I have 6 cards.
I have only 5, so no discard.
All right, over to you, my friend.
All right, so I'm starting my briefing phase, so that means I take a token off of my contaminated area. Do I remember that correctly?
Yep, so quarantine zone is done.
Okay, so I'll draw my 1 card per turn. And then my res will be 2. And I will buy 1 and turn to you to sell and buy for conspiracy.
All right. So I'm going to, well, first I'm going to do my 2 from Rejuvenating Caves. That's going to put me at 4. And then I'm going to sell the M16 assault rifle, which is going to put me at 8. And that's it. Not going to buy any.
Not gonna buy. All right, then we'll move to healing, and now I finally have something I can do. Agent Scully's health is 4, which means she heals 2 per turn. Do I remember that correctly?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll take 2 off of Scully. And Henderson's health is 3, so that's just 1. Yeah, I'm getting a nod from Stephen. Yes, so that is my healing phase. No requisitions. We'll skip that deployment. Everyone's going to stay where they are. Case assignment, I'm going to leave this where it is and have that be my site to be investigated. So,
Can you remind me of what that site is?
Yes, it is the Propulsion Laboratory in Washington, Colson, Washington. It is Computer 4 and Motive. Oh, Stephen needs to break in here. Hold on a second.
David, you need to heal Manners as well, right?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
No, we don't need Manners.
Manners is my guy. I'm looking out for him. What can I say?
Thank you, judges. Thank you, judges.
No problem.
This judicial bias is unacceptable. It's all good.
All right, so I turn to you for bluffs, and again, Computer 4 and a Motive question.
I have no bluffs.
No bluffs. All right, we know who's going to investigate. It is Dr. Charles Burke has Computer 4, and Nancy Spiller has Computer of 1, which makes 5 all day for a 4+ skill check. And I see you're already moving your conspiracy dice. So
I am. It is a motive site. So unfortunately, they're going to be confronted by the Manitou.
Oh, no.
Yes, sir. So he is, a cult adversary. Wonder what you'll do with that.
Yeah, this time I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to use my token from Charles Burke to negate.
Yeah.
And no regrets after the game. Anything else, sir?
Nope.
All right. Well, then I'll use my skill of 5 and ask my motive question. Is your motive ideology?
Jesus, it is.
Sweet. I needed that in a big way. All right, this is going to take a minute for me to cross all these out. So I'm just going to wrap it up here. All done with the site. Agents move back to the field. I have 6 cards, so no discard for me.
4 for me.
Okay, over to you then, sir.
All right, so I'll draw my 1 for the turn. Generate res, which is going to be 3. I'm going to go up to 4. And I'll draw 3 cards. And pass it over to you.
All right. I'm going to sell Dodge for 3. and I'll buy 1.
Okay. Excuse me. No healing or requisition. I'll leave them there for deployment. Case assignment, I will use my last token and play Los Angeles. So it's an occult investigation or evidence collection, 5 and up, and affiliation or method question.
I have no bluffs and no adversaries, so that'll make that.
Okay. So so obviously I'm doing evidence collection, pass, and let's see. So I get a affiliation or method. Well, I think any way you cut it, my best case scenario is knocking 3 off the list. So I'll, is your affiliation primordial?
Is not.
My God, not a single one of these has been right. Oof. Okay. Now you're just making me mad, David. And I think that's, I forget what Henderson does. Gets a site. Okay. Okay. All done here, and I have 7 cards.
I also have 7.
All right. Pass it back
And-
to you.
Well, that's your debriefing, so we're all done with F. Emasculata.
God.
All right. I will start my turn by drawing.
I'm going to cash out my rejuvenating caves here.
Generate res, which is grand total of 2.
No.
I'm going to play a friend in the FBI for 2, and I'm going to use the 2 that I can collect during my briefing phase to pay for it.
Yep.
Play that. And then I'll buy 2 and turn to you for conspiracy buys or sell and buy. Oh, and I do want to say Spiller's token gets refreshed during my briefing.
For sure. All right. Nothing for me.
Okay. Healing. I'll take 2 off of Agent Scully. 1 off of Pearson and 1 off of Manners. No requisition and deployment. I'm going to bring Agent Scully back. Sorry, give me just a second here.
You bet.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to leave these guys here. And I have no sight, so we can move directly to debriefing.
Okay, I have 7.
I've got 9, so I'm going to discard Dark Forces Align.
Great card.
And a site, the Fairfield Zoo.
Sounds good. All right. So I will draw my card. I'm going to generate 3 res. And I'll buy 1 card. And then over to you.
Oh. I'm going to sell two sites. Both of them are tracking the killer for 4 total. And I'll buy 1. And back to you.
Just trying to look something up quick. Oh, screw it. We have judges, and I'll ask them if I need to. We're going to try to unreasonably delay the game here. All right, so healing. Finally get to heal. We're going to do 1 off hosting. We're going to do 2 off Mulder. And then I'm going to use the medic kit on Mulder to heal 1. And I believe he's going to be able to leave the hospital now because he has health of 5 and only 2 wound tokens, right?
Judges are saying yes.
Yeah. So healing, and then we'll do requisition deployment, so I'll move Mulder back to the field. Case assignment. I'm going to pay 1 to play Excelsis Day Convalescent Home. So this is a occult investigation or criminal investigation and motive or method question. And if the motive is security, it's a 4+ check.
Okay. No bluffs.
All right, so the 3 of them are going to investigate there. And I have a 6 criminal investigation for a 5 and up check. And I just want to make sure I'm not going to do this as security. Actually, I am going to do it as a security. So it's going to be a 4+ criminal investigation. And I have 6.
And what skills is each contributing, or how much?
So Mulder has 2, Skinner has 3, Henderson has 1.
Okay. I'm going to play abduction for 6. Abduction, pick 1 agent in the team. That agent is placed 10 cards down, face up in the owning player's bureau deck. Any equipment the agent has is discarded. When the agent's card reaches the top of the deck, the agent is immediately moved to the hospital undamaged. This card does not initiate combat. And I'm going to apply that to Skinner, unless you have something to stop that.
I wish I did.
It's the keywords are adversary, alien, and phenomenon, if that helps. Oh, Stephen.
And what was that activator on there?
Yeah, this probably isn't going to work. Conspiracy and alien investigation. So it's,
yeah, no, you will not abduct me on a criminal investigation check. Excuse me. I'm getting over a cold here, and just David, your blatant cheating is it's wrecking me.
I'm just trying to get in your head, man. I'm trying to get in your head. All right. Well, yeah, that blew my.
You can take your 6 back. You don't have to. Yeah, it's fine. This is a friendly game. This is not a
friendly on your side.
I guess so. I appreciate your creativity, though.
Damn it.
See, there you needed the thinker. That's where you needed, or cigarette smoking man strikes, I guess, for that one.
Okay.
Anyway, so am I actually going to get this through?
Just purely out of spite, I'm going to play F Masculata, my second one.
Jesus. Oh my God. Okay, so Hosteen is stuck in the hospital for another 3 turns. Purely out of spite.
And I've got nothing else.
Okay. So is your motive security?
It is not.
It's really unbelievable that I've struck out every question I've asked.
How close are you?
I have you down to 3, so I think I'm just gonna
make a guess.
Yeah. David, is your X-File Warren James Dupree?
It is not.
Oof. All right, hit me with that penalty.
Okay, so that was a motive question, so I'm not going to ask that. So I'll just ask an identity question here. Is your X-File the cigarette smoking man?
It is not.
Damn it.
But you
That was
know how
good.
I love my cigarette smoking man.
That was going to be the best come from behind victory I've ever seen.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, Hosteen is kind of a key element of this deck, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to pull off. I've already got like 2 investigations without him, which is pretty shocking. Okay. And then, so I think we're going to debrief, right?
Yeah, so I'll take one off of the outbreak.
Yeah. And I've got 8 cards, so I'm going to need to trim down here. Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to discard a site because I can't use it without hosting. It'll put me at 7.
All right, yeah, I only have 5. So I'll move to briefing unless there's anything else.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll start by drawing a card. And just so I understand, since I can't read your dice, how much do you have in your pools?
I have 4 conspiracy, 1 RP.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to take 2 from my friend in the FBI. And my resource, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to buy 4 and turn it to you to sell and buy for conspiracy.
So since I've got you down to 2, and everything but affiliation is different, I think I'm actually going to. Can I just get a rules clarification? So Deep Throat, if I were to play that, I can't ask an identity question after it, right?
Yes, you're correct. You can't. It's
okay.
It's a 1 question only kind of thing. It's not like
okay.
You resolve a site or anything.
So that's dead weight then, because I need to get off a site question anyway. So I'll discard Deep Throat and Deputy Barney Pastor. And add 9, which is going to put me at 13. And what do I want to do here? I will draw 2 and go down to 11. All right, back to you.
Back to me.
Emasculata had 2 tokens on it yet, right?
It has 2 right now, yeah. Oh, okay. We've got Stephen coming back.
David, my hand's like falling off. You haven't been paying attention. So, Nathan, how much did you sell Pastor for?
For 4?
Agents you're supposed to sell them by their res, not their RP.
Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you exactly when it happened, but it was like David's like, David, look at the camera. I know it was like a while ago, and you already used it to buy stuff. So yeah. So
Okay.
I don't know if you guys just want to carry on, but just keep that in mind going forward. Yeah.
Let's carry on. I'm not worried
Okay.
about it.
Yeah, I mean it's just like it would be like -3 to whatever you currently have, but I can't tell what you currently have on there right now after spending. But yes, yeah, agents are kind of funny like that. You have to look at their rolls.
I do recall that. I should have known that.
I mean, it rarely ever comes up, but yeah. Anyway, carry on, guys.
So, David, how do you want to do this? I can reverse or
no. Let's just move on.
okay. I don't think there's a card that it's going to affect. So, I have 11 in my conspiracy pool, by the way, right now. So. I'm all done buying and selling, so I don't quite.
Okay, yep. Back to me then.
Okay.
Healing. I'm going to heal 1 from each of these 2. They are now fully healed. Go to a requisition. No requisition. Deployment. I'm going to move these 2 agents from the hospital back to the field. And then a case assignment. I'm going to pay 2 to go to back to Striker's Cove. This is evidence collection and affiliation.
Yeah, I do not have any bluffs.
Okay. Going to go all in on this one here. Well, not all in. Going to bring Agent Henderson, Agent Scully, Detective Manners, and Agent Spiller. Evidence collection 4 is the skill check. I've got Spiller with 1, Scully with 2, Henderson with 3, and Manners with 1. So what, 5, 6, 7.
And it's a 4+, huh?
Correct.
Well, and that's affiliation, you said?
Correct. Oh, I'm looking at the comments here. Mike wants to play the winner of this game.
This is a barn burner here. What does Scully's ability say? Probably tipping my hand a little here.
Place 3 tokens on this card. Discard a token to examine any 1 bluff card. Place bluff card back on the site after examining.
Okay, so she can't discard bluffs.
She cannot discard. She can only look at it.
All right, so I'm going to pay 8 and go down to 3. Conspiracy. And I'm going to Webliette Scully.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so it basically takes her out of play for 4 turns. Play this card on an agent in the investigating team. Remove the agent from play. Place this card on top of the agent with 4 tokens. Remove a token during the controlling player's debriefing phase. When all the tokens are gone, this card goes to the discard pile. That agent goes to your bureau.
Okay, so I'll just move her. I'll do like I did with the quarantine zone. I'll just move it up here to the top.
Sure.
These are her 3 effect tokens, and I'll move those up here. And I'll put 4 dimes, and that'll represent the oubliette. Fair enough?
Sounds good to me. So you're still, I believe, going to get the site check, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far.
Yeah. And I have nothing else, so.
Okay. Then I will ask my affiliation question.
Yep.
Is your affiliation occult?
Yes, it is. You are going to beat me this game, aren't you?
That would be, like I said, like the greatest comeback since Rocky.
I think it's going to happen.
All right. Move to debriefing, and I have got so many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 9. That's not terrible. Mm-hmm. I don't think my grand scheme is going to come together here. I'm going to play, or I'm going to discard Nobody Cares and Abduction. That takes me to 7, and I turn over to you. Oh, yeah.
I have 6 cards, so we're good. So I'll draw my 1 for the turn. I'll do res. It's going to be 5. 2 of that has to be used to go to card draw those, so it's going to be 4. And I'll just draw those 2 for Mulder. Over to you for buying and selling.
Okay. Oh, that's a bummer. I'm going to sell Search Warrant for 5. Oh, I got another hand up here.
You're not going to have a hand up much longer, Dave. It's about to fall off.
You need to switch up the hands.
Actually, Mike was just telling me maybe about suggesting maybe the judges should be the ones hosting and whatnot, so that they can come in whenever something comes up. Debriefing phase, oubliette token, remove.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, but yeah, little food for thought next time. We'll just let the judges do the StreamYard link, and then just
Steven, good job on the pronunciation of oubliette.
Thank you. One of the very few that gets that right. Yeah. Oubliette, people.
Thank you. All right. Where were we?
You were selling.
Oh, yeah.
I think you sold search warrant.
Search warrant for 5. And I'm going to sell Lieutenant Terry Wilmer for 4.
Righty.
So 9, and I'm going to buy 3. Oop. Damn it. I was at 9, right?
I think so.
And I'll sell or buy 3. 2 and 3. Back to you, sir.
All right. So, no healing. No requisition. Deployment, I'm going to pull everybody back to the Bureau. And no site. I will play an event for 1. Expedite request for resources. So lets me go get on a bureaucracy 4 and up skill check, which Skinner hits. I can search in my bureau deck and get an equipment card, put it in my hand. All good with that?
Very good.
Okay. I'm not sure I have equipment. Oh yeah, I do have equipment cards left. I've got some freaking SWAT gear. Let's go.
SWAT gear. Oh, fudge. I'm sorry, what's the phase again that we're in?
So we'll just case assignment. I moved them back to the Bureau. I'm not going to play a site though.
Oh, so we're just moving right to debriefing?
Pretty much after I get my little toy there.
All right. I have 8 cards. I'm going to discard Unexpected Call. Did you need to do any discard?
Yeah, I do. I'm discarding Amaru Urn and what else am I going to discard? I'm going to discard no, I'll discard both Amaru Urns. Screw it. I think. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, and it's your debriefing, so we'll take 1 token off of the outbreak.
Sweet. Pass it over to you.
Very good. I will draw my 1 for turn. And I'm going to mispronounce this, so I apologize to the French language ahead of time. 1 comes off of oubliette. Is that correct?
Is it your briefing or debriefing? I don't remember. Debriefing.
Okay. So I'll hold off on that. My res. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and I'll collect 2 from my friend in the FBI here as well. And I'll buy 3.
Okay.
Over to you to sell and buy for conspiracy.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell a Samuel Hartley and a Frohickey for 5. That'll put me at 8. Nothing else.
Okay. No healing, no requisition, and everyone is where I'd like them to be, except for Agent Scully.
Who is in the void
Yeah, she's
of nothingness.
been disappeared. Oh. I am going to play 2 sites. First is Fairfield Zoo in Fairfield, Indiana. That costs me 2. That is observation 4, and well, you know what? Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to play that. That was dumb. But I am going to play Mount Avalon. That is Sciences 4 and a method question.
Okay.
Over to you for bluffs.
No bluffs.
Bluffs. So Sciences. Are Nancy Spiller and Charles Burke. They each have 2, which gives me 4 for the investigation.
You
Oh,
got
I didn't pay for that, but I'm going to use 1 token off of Spiller and then 1 from my res pool.
Yeah, ask away.
Is your method threat?
It is not.
Then I will guess, is your X-File Michael Holvey the evil one?
It is.
Oh, wow.
I had the worst guessing luck I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, that one really did just come down to guesswork. My God, Nathan, you must have. I felt like you asked like 8 questions this game. Probably not too far off from that number, though. Good Lord. And David, I think you only had like half that, maybe like 3 or 4. So well done.
Yeah, congratulations.
Spot on.
Yeah, Mike is saying great comeback. I was saying that would be the biggest comeback since Rocky if I guessed.
So I sold a site and I failed a site. So it was 8 questions, and I have 8 other sites in here. So yeah, 8 questions.
My gosh.
Well, yeah, congratulations, David. That was
usually
hard fought.
By then, and you had him down to 2, right?
Correct. So David, is your X-File Emasculata?
It would be so fitting if it is.
Yes, it is.
Wow. Bravo. You really went dramatic on this one tonight.
Did you have anything to stop me if I would have had a sight last turn?
You know, I was really hoping you were going to have one so I could play car troubles because you were going to move
Nice.
3 agents. But that's, I had a killer strategy, but it didn't come together because of one card, and I kept waiting for grid pattern search to come up so I could get that card back because I had to use it in the beginning. I'm not going to share that because I'm going to give this deck one more shot.
It's worth it. It's worth it. My only suggestion, maybe clean out some of the witnesses in there. It seemed like it was very witness heavy, and I really was expecting to see a trial run come up at some point with as many witnesses as you were discarding. I was certain that card was going to come up at some point in this game.
Well, instead of paring down the witnesses, I'm probably going to add trial run to it.
Well, there you go. That's early on. I thought, oh, maybe that's his strategy is that he's going to do that one time, and it worked out very, very well. So
yeah, I remember Guillaume played that one perfectly.
I think you got the most out of that card that I've ever seen, if I remember correctly.
So you want to know my big misplay? I cost myself this game. Instead of playing
No, I'm kidding.
No, it can never have too much. Instead of playing the Manitou that he negated with Burke, I forgot about Burke until I had already played it. I should have played Oubliette there.
I thought you did play the Manitou just to get rid of the Burke token, right? I got the sense that's
No, I actually forgot about Burke until after I played it, and then I'm okay. Whatever.
I really thought it was like, he just wanted to get rid of that thing so you could maybe play something better.
That's what I thought too. I thought, okay, you got rid of that. Now what's coming? You know.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I was fine with it for that reason, but yeah, it was. I could have stopped that investigation if I had played Oubliette.
Yeah, I've been there.
So, go ahead, Guillaume.
Yeah, I say I've been there. I forgot about Burke's token both when I was a conspiracy player and the investigating player, so I know it hurts.
Burke has.
In my case, you forgot Burke when Simon Gates got played.
Yeah.
David, I think you did that too one time, right? You forgot. Was it Burke or you forgot something? Was it Burke's token?
I forgot Burke. Yeah, I played. I had the Kalasari and I played it. Against one, and then another occult came up, and I forgot about Burke completely.
I probably would have crapped my pants if you had forgotten to play Burke's token at that one moment. I was like, oh, please don't forget. Please do not forget.
He might have, but I kind of reminded him.
You did, sort of, yeah. That's kind of why I thought, he just wants to get burned that token and be done with it. But yeah.
No, I totally forgot about it until I played it. And then I'm like, oh, well. Like you said, it did get rid of it. So, and this whole deck is like occult adversaries. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever, But then he guessed freaking my affiliation or whatever on that question, and I'm like, Jesus, I should have just played it right.
No season 4 adversaries that I guess we didn't see a whole lot of those in the decks tonight, huh?
I have them in here. I have Golem in this deck.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen him played yet.
No, we haven't.
Yeah. But I was really just thrilled to get off Margie and Terry, though.
Yeah. And
that was pretty cool.
Margie and Terry was great, as were the 2 outbreaks.
Yeah, David, some creativity there. Did you, so what, can I ask, how did you come about, when did it occur to you, like, oh, I'm going to put 2 in there tonight? Was you just happened upon the card while sifting through and looking at choices when you were deck building? How did that come up?
It is part of my larger strategy, which again, I'm not going to share just yet.
Okay.
If and when I play this deck again, if it doesn't come together, which I was 1 card away from my master plan. If it doesn't come up again, I'll share it with you guys, and you can tell me if you think it works or not.
Okay.
I do want to mention here, Mike is saying that Matt used to always forget about Burke's token also. So I think that's a cursed card one way or the other.
I was wondering, Dave, when I'm only going to mention it now, even though I feel like I'm sounding like a backseat driver. but when you had the thinker card and you tried to pull with Langley, I was wondering if at that point could you have used Manners' token to maybe get a witness out that might have been able to work in conjunction with the thinker. Granted, you discarded a whole bunch of them early on. So at that point I didn't know if you had anything else in the deck that might have negated that effect at that point in the game.
Oh, look at that. I take it back. Going back, I did have Old Man Nichols as an adversary.
Okay. Oh, very cool. So we saw a season 4 adversary. Cool. And that's a killer one too. So yeah, I think the only killer card we actually saw tonight was the Samuel Hartley getting discarded, wasn't it? There just aren't.
Yeah, he didn't do much for me.
Yeah.
It could have worked out well if David had pulled the abduction card, right?
No,
no, I would have needed hosting for it.
Wait, what?
I would have you have to make an occult investigation check, so I would have needed Holstein for that.
No.
To pull that off, to pull the Hartley thing off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had just two other witnesses in here, but they wouldn't have made a difference. They were just a skill.
Yeah, they came up. They all came up so early on, but yeah, they would have helped at that one moment when you were trying to figure out how to use the thinker. But again, they were all in your discard pile by that point, basically.
I did it. I was really hoping I could shoot Pendrell.
It was worth a shot. Yeah. Because he's I feel like he's a common one in the course of the games that the 4 of us play. So yeah, including him would have been a safe bet. So David, it looks like the prize for winning this game is a game against Mike.
Oh man, the
Nice.
Godfather of X-Files CCG. I don't know.
So yeah, I guess you guys should be talking about that. That's going to be a good game to put up. I don't know who's going to host that one, but yeah, I think I'll be looking forward to seeing that. I played Mike. You guys know that's my last video that was posted. He's not easy to beat. So yeah, you got your work cut out for you, David. You have to bring a top-notch deck.
I'm actually glad it's not me.
Yeah, you get a public ass whooping like I'm gonna get. But he's already excited. He's like, "Let's go!" in all caps. So
yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that. So
we just need to decide on a date, and I need to put my thinking cap on. And I don't know if I was going to play this deck again, but I think I need to come at it fresh with something new.
Yeah, tweak it a little bit, but it's good. It's solid. Clearly, it worked for you well tonight. So yeah, but you got to keep that guesswork on par too, because that was what was really working in your favor this evening.
Yeah, I think I need to credit it more to Nathan's guesswork more than strategy on my part. I had a couple good plays. I'm not gonna diminish myself. I had some good plays and I kept him at bay, but
for sure.
If it just a couple of good guesses, and it would have been all over.
You picked the exact opportune moment when I split my team up to strike with the adversaries. You got me at my weakest.
And David, I want to also say that like you have this this strategy that you often use is that when you're assigning your agents to your site, you generally only send like a couple of them, basically the agents that would contribute to the skills. Like you don't send them all to that site, for like, some long range backup or, morale or anything. And a lot of times when I see that, I'm like, why not just send them all? Why not send them all? You proved tonight that is actually a worthwhile tactic, because when Nathan hit you with that quarantine zone, you only lost 2 of your agents for a couple of rounds as opposed to all 5 of them. So I got to commend you. It's like, as my general practice, I tend to just send all my agents less, if I send only one or two, they get slammed with an adversary. When I'm like, well, I've had all my guys sitting back here. I should just take them out. So you kind of proved that it's not a bad idea, to factor in some of the cards that could come your way, and especially knowing that we're working with the season 4 set, and that quarantine zone is a favorite amongst our group.
Yeah, I do that on purpose to keep them safe from adversaries. I want to say that very early on, I think when you and I were playing, you played the Manitou Strikes against me, or the Manitou or something like that, and it wiped out a majority of my team. And the next couple of rounds, I just had to sit there because I only had like one agent left or something like that. And so
yeah, but to be fair, we didn't quite understand the NA concept so much. So looking back at that game, I realize, we weren't applying the damage correctly to it. So I don't think of that as a fair. I remember that not as a fair win for me, because we weren't at that time. We didn't know.
Because you guys keep the long range combat run. Is that correct?
We were skipping it because we thought NA was to skip, but then we realized later on it has to say it in the game effect text in order for the skipping long range to apply. So at that time we did not know that until that came up a little bit later. I think probably as a result of that game, and someone left a comment or something later on, something like that. So but we know now. And so the Manitou is like, as much as it was proven to be a powerhouse in those early games, it still kind of is, but it's nowhere near what we were originally playing it. Mm-hmm. I still like it though. I still use it.
Mike wants to remind us that David May beat him alphabetically. Never forget. So the game can go any way.
Did you choose randomly tonight, your X-File? Because, really, it seemed like you were leaning on one particular episode.
I was going through my adversary or my site. Excuse me. I was going through my X-Files cards just as a checklist thing to see. Someone had offered, said, hey, do you need any cards? And I was like, well, I seem to remember I don't have all my X-File cards. So I went through all my X-File cards. Turns out I do have all of them. Okay. But I saw this one. I was like, let's make it a true medical deck, even though I've got both adversaries in my deck, and it might tip my hand, or someone might figure out the medical theme there. I figured it would be kind of funny to turn that over, and just by chance it worked out in my favor.
I think I need to stop trying to make this stupid Amaru urn work. This is about the third or fourth time I've tried to do this stupid thing, and when you can pull off like Margie and Terry, it's pretty. The occult adversaries are pretty sweet, but like treating the Amaru urn as like this
holy grail.
That you can play this, and then I can play any adversaries, whenever I want, kind of thing. It hasn't worked out yet.
It's great when it works out. The one time I think I actually played it, or at least the last time I played it, Guillaume quickly negated it because he's like, "Oh, I ain't having any of that." So.
Yeah.
Michael says, "Amen to that."
Yeah, the ignore activators thing is so stupid.
Yeah. Well, if you think about what we know, if the game had continued on, the activators would have looked a lot differently, in a future edition. So always food for thought, if we're thinking about.
Do you think that would have made the existing card irrelevant then?
I don't know. That's a question, to ask one of the designers of the game, if which may be coming up in the near future. It's like, what was the idea? What they were thinking about with those future editions, and how they were going to be different from what had come before. Where in the what was the long game, and they had in mind. It looked like it would have been a more simplified way to kind of to do that with the activators. But as Guillaume said, what would you do with the previous editions at that point? So yeah, that is a question for that only they could answer.
If they can remember, because it was not even released. So
if they even remember, yeah. So for now, because it's a footnote in X-Files CCG history, really, at this point. So I know it's on the heels of this game, but do you guys want to see if we can aim for another one next Saturday?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, David, you talk to Mike and see when your next game's going to be. But Guillaume, Nathan, who? I know it's a week out, but who feels like they might be up for next weekend?
Well, I can't say for sure. I don't. It's too early for me to know what I'll be doing next Saturday. But
Come on, clear your schedule. Commit.
I was going to say, I know I have something going on. I can't remember what, but I can't imagine it would be like 9 or 10 o'clock. So I think I should be good.
Okay. All right. So so maybe tentatively me versus you for next Saturday. I'll get a game, or I'll get a deck together because it has been a while. I'm feeling very, very rusty. I mean, I've been looking at the cards. I've been thinking about card ideas, but I haven't actually played it in a while.
Well, let's set a format right now. Then,
okay.
What do you want to do for that?
I still don't have all the season 4 cards yet. Dax has been having some issues getting things shipped out from where he is. So, and I threw away all. I don't want to waste a bunch of printer ink. I threw away all those old printouts. So,
those are going to be worth money someday.
I don't know about that. Doubt it.
Or a prize for a tournament.
Yeah.
Like even the actual printed cards aren't worth much.
I know.
Printing.
Oh, Mike suggests Premiere only.
What's that?
Oh, okay.
Mike says Premiere only.
Premiere only.
And Nathan, you also had a good idea of only using commons. You know, Nathan, you posted that idea of only using commons and uncommons also.
There's that.
Oh, the popper deck. Yeah. I was going to suggest another dream card one. I really liked that one with Dax's dream cards. Nathan, I don't know how you feel about that.
I don't know. I struggle with the dream cards. I like stuff that's at least been a little bit play tested, right?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we sort of did that. Granted, we only did 2 games, and so it wasn't like, and it really wasn't a good sample of them, but we were able to get a bunch of those dream cards corrected in the course of those couple of games. But yeah, I would say there might be some more nuances to work out just based on the fact that we did not get to play them all in the course of like those 2 games. I am kind of interested in the Premiere only. Yeah, there you are. It's nice to see your face now, other than the one that's been, the nicely dapper one you have up there. And there it goes. Like all this flattery, I can't take it anymore.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, I don't know. The Premiere only one does sound kind of interesting. I'm intrigued. That would include. Yeah, maybe I'll have to go back. Maybe I'll use Deep Throat in that because he would be one of them.
I'm for sure using Deep Throat.
Yeah. All right. I'm kind of tentatively leaning towards that, unless you guys have another idea.
I'm good with it.
I was going to say
restrictions breed creativity.
Mm-hmm. They do, and then that means I'm going to the binder and looking at what are some Premiere cards that I have, rarely or if never played, and so as David kind of showed, the cards that we, often just don't even consider for a routine deck can actually pay off quite well. So that's kind of making me want to dive back into that binder and look at some of those rarely seen cards.
Yeah. No killer or killer. Killer or no killer?
Killer.
Killer. I vote killer.
Okay. All right, that'll inform my agent selection then, because there are. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Live dangerously, Steven. Live dangerously.
Yeah.
Get Reggie Purdue in there.
Or I mean, maybe I'll say, maybe we should do this. Okay. Yeah. Mike says killer too. So, all right.
That's,
so killer
that's a quorum. That's a majority there.
I mean, here's what we could do, Nathan, is we could dictate we don't say which one, but we say that we are going to use one of the 4 agents that can get killed by a specific event card, but we don't say which one. But we have to use one on our team, at least one.
Perfect.
At least one. So you could put all 4 of those event cards in there and eat, or you could decide just to, take a shot on one. I don't know. So I like it. All right, I'm gonna write that down before I forget that. But yeah,
that's pretty great.
It is interesting. I like coming up with these little restrictions and.
If you're an idiot like me, I might just use all 4 of them.
Maybe. Holy smokes! Yeah. But granted, you still got to pay 10 CP for that, and so that's
I know it's expensive.
Doesn't come cheap. So.
To be fair, though, all they have to do is initiate a skill check, and then they're blown up.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty great. It's not even combat,
The real challenge there would be on the defensive. How can you make sure? How can you protect them?
Right.
I think, except for a Frohiki, then I don't know what you could do.
From Premier, not much. Unless you have Skinner chooses a side. Oh no! Wait, no, never mind. No, yeah, there's really not much else. Does Skinner chooses a side? He negates an event, right?
I think so.
Okay, so
he gets the tokens, right?
Yeah, but you got to be able to actually get that card to get played, which is not easy to do. But yeah, so I can't think of too many other cards that would work for that in Premier. That is, yeah, bring your Frohickeys. So, that's gonna be an interesting because normally I don't use any of those 4 guys in a team, even non-killer games.
I almost used Lamanna tonight.
Look,
he was in my initial build, and then I tinkered.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Oh, right. Lamanna is one. I take it back. I use Lamanna. I was thinking of Willis, Purdue, and Weiss. I rarely ever use those 3. Yeah. Lamanna's a good one. So, all right. Yeah, it'll be a slightly different agent team.
Yeah, that's neat. I like it.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, tentatively same time at 10 o'clock generally does work for me as a rule. Gab's the only one who's it doesn't work for me.
Oh no, it does actually. It's 5 a.m. so that's better than 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I
did send the link to Joost, but yeah, he probably still hasn't woken up yet. So it's it's the weekend. Why am I gonna get up this crazy early? Forget about it.
His site was invaluable building the deck for tonight too.
Oh, you used it tonight? Awesome.
I did, for sure. Just give a shout out there.
I'll put that link in the description below then.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, as I was the last few days I've been working on editing a video for Mike. So it's really kind of motivated me to get back into editing some of the games we filmed. So I'm going to, for any of those who are maybe wondering, is Steve ever going to post another video on Alien Investigations? Yes, I'm totally getting on that. I'm gonna starting with the playtest, the 13th playtest. I'm gonna get that one rolled out next. I'm gonna start editing that one. I think I think I recorded about 8 other ones that didn't get edited. I don't think I'm gonna include all of them, or I'm not gonna go back and do all of them. I'm gonna probably just do a few of them because as we start playing more games in 2023, I want to probably get to editing those. But there's a few gems that I had recorded and never edited that I do want to get rolled out. So,
and don't forget, the internet demands a best of 2022 highlight reel.
I was going to leave that for you, David.
Oh man.
Like, but yeah, that's not a bad idea. Granted, I don't think I have. I have to. Yeah, I there's a way I can get the downloaded episodes that are on YouTube, right? Because I don't. Because once I delete the games, or I delete the episodes from my files because they're such large files. So it's kind of.
You should be able to do that in YouTube Studio.
YouTube will let me download one. Okay, yeah, I thought there was a download feature on there. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. A best of, like, best plays, or
I say best combos, best wins. Maybe, I don't know, like come from behind wins, and or
that is food for thought. Yeah, I haven't really given thought to like future content on the channel. Well, sort of, but generally I haven't. But yeah, mostly I've just been wanting to go back and look at the ones we've already recorded in 2022 and get those out so people can see some of those games, because there's a few good ones we did, including like I said, the last playtest. Testing Dax playtesting Dax's dream cards, and among other things. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get working on those again. Just been really busy with trying to do other projects. And David, we need to really look at getting a game of
Scooby-Doo
going. I think we need to put that in our 2023 resolution, that we get a Scooby-Doo game recorded this year and out.
That is no joke. That is actually on my list of 2023 goals, is to get at least one game with my granddaughter. I'm going to be, spoiler alert, I hope she's not watching. I'm going to send her.
I hope she's in bed. It's really late.
Some
You're on YouTube.
Starter deck and a couple unopened packs that I was able to score for a steal on eBay. And I'm going to play with her same way that we do with the X-Files. And then hopefully you and I can get a game in there too. And I am making a play mat, and I
cool.
actually got some beans and painted them brown to be Scooby snacks instead of the cardboard tokens.
That's cool. Yeah, you might have to send me some. You might have to send me or at least send me the image of the playmat, so that maybe I can do the same thing. But yeah, that's gonna be cool. Some customized, Scooby tokens and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, I know Mike had requested, I told Mike that we were gonna do this. He's like, yes, do like a tutorial video or something, so because he's never played it, and he said he'd like to really get a tutorial video to show how it's done. So yeah, I'll get you Brian. I'll get you Brian. Oh, Brian Woodward, you mean? Yeah, because Brian Woodward was behind the conception of this particular game. He did I think he did a podcast last year where he talked about that in X-Files.
It was the podcast was Dead CCG's podcast, I think it's called.
No, it's I still subscribe to it. It's the Booster Pack network. Yeah. So yeah, they did an episode on the X-Files, and they interviewed Brian Woodward for that. So that was I listened. That was a good one. I listened to that. If you guys don't, I can't tell you what episode it is. It was probably like fall of last year, I think. So yeah, you have to go back and find it, but it's a good interview.
Yeah, I don't think Scooby-Doo needs a tutorial, to be honest with you. I read through the instructions.
I mean, yeah, you just got to read them as well.
It's the X-Files just read like the first page of the X-Files and you pretty much have the Scooby-Doo game down. But it's going to be fun. It'll be a fun game, and I'm hoping the internet definitely needs more exposure for that game. There's years and years and years of the word escapes me. It's 11 o'clock, and it's 1 where you guys are, so I'm already starting to lose it.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock. I'm ready for nap time.
What are you talking about? Forget about it.
There's a ton of source material. That's the word I was looking for. for Scooby-Doo. It gets rebooted like every couple of years. Every time another generation of kids comes up, it gets rebooted. There's movies, there's cartoons, there's everything.
There's a Velma dedicated spinoff or something like that going on. Have you watched it? I've heard that it's actually it's like R-rated or something like that. Is that true?
I've only heard rumors. I've never sought it out to try and find it or anything.
Everybody apparently hates it, which only makes me want to watch it more.
I think that they're applying their political views towards it mostly, but I don't want to. I mean, I watch a TV show. I'm not really looking at it from that lens so much. But yeah, I know. I'm kind of curious to check it out. But yes, precisely because Nathan's been saying, it has been getting a lot of hate. But then I saw that it's got some very adult content in it or something like that. So yeah, the characters, I think they're a far cry from, the show that we all know and love. And, that you could use that as a reason to not like it. But I don't know. I just like to think of things as it's a different universe, of characters within the multiverse of that show. So I'll give it a whirl. I say that now, but then at the same time, I'm so against horror movie remakes. I won't see the new Halloweens, or I won't see any movie that uses the exact same title as the original, and you have to apply the year that it came out in order to distinguish them. But that's only on a principle thing. It's just a frustrating use of not being able to come up with a creative title. But yeah.
But back to Scooby-Doo really, really quickly, just to wrap that up. I think there's a lot of source material and a lot of potential there to have a lot of fun and to get young kids into the game. It's still got all the basic concepts of a draw deck and a discard pile and all that kind of stuff. So it's a great way to introduce kids very gently with characters that they can relate to. I'm hoping that if we get more content out there for the Scooby-Doo game, that it will inspire people to do like we're doing, make their own expansions and get them out there and maybe fire up a community and get it going. I would love to see that take off and maybe get a little more substance or more content for it, and maybe some more rules and that kind of stuff.
We know what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find a Dax-esque person who's able to create the cards with that same level of quality. So yeah, good hunting on that. But yes, that would be really cool. And then a dedicated Facebook page for that game and all that, much in the same, as the X-Files CCG. That would be pretty cool to see. I'd be part of that.
I'd love to see it blow up like the X-Files has in the last year or so.
Yeah, first things first, I need to get a checklist of all the cards, because I bought 2 of these and Mike sent me a few. So I need to see what I'm missing. But I get the sense that you can just not entirely like X-Files. You can just crack open one of these and you're good to go. You don't need to necessarily be buying a whole bunch of boosters, but it helps is what I get the sense.
Yeah.
So I have more than enough here to play.
Yeah. From looking through the starter deck, it's not a bad starter deck. It's not like a premier X-Files, where it's closed or anything, but it'll get you a good couple of games out of it.
Hey, I love those premier X-Files.
Okay, then next game is premier starter decks only. How about that?
Oh man. Yeah, we did a good number.
I have some. I can do that.
I do.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty though.
You've been pushing for that. So yeah. Yeah.
I'm not knocking the set itself.
I would love to do sealed. Speaking of screaming eBay deals.
Any good ones?
Oh, sorry. Speaking of screaming eBay deals, I picked up 34 truth boosters for $35.
Oh, that's a steal. How do I miss out on these things? I search for the X-Files all the time.
For Truth is Out There edition, yeah, those do not come cheap now. Those are harder to get now.
I actually put my max bet on that thing as 50. and it topped out at 25 and then 10 shipping. So I was like, holy crap, I can't believe it went for this cheap, right?
Yeah.
Those sealed packs are tough to find.
Yeah, no, I haven't really been looking too much for those because I've been sitting on some sealed stuff for a little while. I've still got this one I haven't opened yet, so I was waiting to see if I was going to do like a giveaway or just do like a just an episode where I just crack them open, but haven't decided yet. So yeah. But yeah, some truth stuff would be nice to get. It's easier to get Premiere. Well, it's getting less and less easier to get them as a rule, but Premiere is a little easier to get your hands on.
But now we could definitely do. So you could do like a Premiere starter deck and then like 3 or 4 truth packs or something like that, and just go with that. Make a 60 card deck out of that. Yeah.
Has anyone? We've all played one, right? No, Nathan, have you done a sealed one? Because I played Guillaume, I've played David Peace, I played Dave Meyer. You haven't done one, right?
I have not, and I'm so anxious.
Yeah,
to get one in.
Okay.
So if any of you are ever game, let me know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely host one. For whether it be me or, if I can get my hands on some more, I'll certainly be up for it. But if anyone gets their hands on some starter decks or booster packs first, yeah, totally. We can do another one of those.
I love that we have all the cards for years, but we are still very excited about opening new packs, even though we know that we will not be getting anything new. But
100%.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, David, you don't have all of them, right?
No.
Yeah. So there's a chance. All the more reason you should be hunting for some sealed X-File cards just for that purpose.
Are you missing a lot of cards, David?
I've never taken like a full inventory. I know I've got some holes in there somewhere. I've got what I feel is a pretty good collection of cards. But
it's mainly I think what if I recall from talking to you, I think it's mostly like the truth is out there, ultra rares, and maybe a lot of the rare ones from that edition that you're missing, if I remember right.
All of the cards I've gotten are from boosters or mostly starters, but no, I take that back. A couple of starters, and I did splurge a while back when I was a little more flush with cash. I did buy, I think, a couple boxes at 2 different times of the Molder edition. So most of it's from that. So yeah, early rares and ultra rares, I got nothing.
Yeah, I usually only have 1 or 2 copies of those, so it's like, yeah. Otherwise, I'd be glad to say. Oh, but Mike just says, David, let him know what you need.
He keeps offering, and I just need to sit down and go through a checklist and just see what it is.
It takes a while. It's a time commitment to search through everything.
And there is one time where I sat down and put all of my dupes together. At least, they're all separated by site and adversary and all that kind of stuff. But I went through and put all my dupes together. And so something would be kind of easy, but that was a while back, and they've gotten mixed up since then. So yeah, it would be a good afternoon to try and figure out, because I've got a big shoebox, one of those double-sided shoe boxes full of cards. I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe you should aim for trying to get a complete set together. Make that one of your personal goals.
Why don't we do a sealed deck, and I'll just send you a deck and some packs, and that'll be my little contribution to your collection.
Well, I've got 2 sealed Premiere that are collecting dust right now, but I don't have a Truth Premiere or Truth sealed yet.
Yeah, okay. So I'll just send you some truth packs out of that box I just bought, and we'll do a sealed thing.
I'm not going to say
Don't turn this down. I'm giving you free packs.
I'm just trying to be humble. And
even if you lose the game, still gain something. So
Who doesn't
yeah.
like free stuff, right? But
Right.
Selfishly, what I get out of it is I've been wanting to play a sealed deck, so like it's perfect for both of us, I think.
okay, yeah. I think we're getting a calendar together here. So this coming a week from today, well, a week from yesterday, is Stephen and Nathan. Premier only killer cards are acceptable. And then we've got a sealed deck the week after that.
And then David, you, like I said, need to talk to Mike, figure out when you guys are going to play that game.
And then Mike and I will get on the calendar as well.
Yeah, you might have to aim for a weekday for that. I know Mike's schedule, generally speaking, it's set. Weekends may not necessarily be as good, but yeah, hopefully, you guys can iron out a time that works for both of you because I want to see that. I think we can all say we want to see that.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that.
Mike says, I have sealed truth. I thought he said he hates sealed truth decks, starter decks. I'm like, what's the problem?
Yeah, they're the best.
He says he has some.
All right, cool.
That he's willing to donate for a game in the future. So
as long as he can get them mailed to you, that as recent events have shown that just getting them from Oregon to Washington State is proving to be an issue, which you would think that would be the easiest thing possible. But sorry, Mike, I know you're like, I'm just talking about that now, and you're just like, shut up.
I was thinking I might have to get in my car and do a pilgrimage down to Oregon and just to do a pickup.
There you go. It'd be faster than the mail at this point. So yeah.
My wife says she wants to do that. She needs a vacation.
There you go. Okay, gentlemen. So yeah, we'll So I guess we'll see you guys next week. And anything comes up in the meantime, we're all on the Discord group. So
yeah.
Yep.
And Mike, since you're out there and you're watching, is there a calendar option on the Facebook page possibly to start putting these on there, or is that
there you go? Good? That's cool. That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Get a calendar of events for the stuff that we know. Sometimes it's not always easy to plan games like so far out, but yeah, no, that's not a bad idea. If we know, we can see if like Mike or Dax can put them on an events calendar for those people who want to play. And there's been a lot of growth in the Facebook group recently. I don't know if you guys noticed, there's like 302, 303 members now. I didn't even notice when it topped 300. I was like, wow, I thought it was like 280 something. And yeah, so there's still a growing interest in the game, so there's a lot of new people showing up in the Facebook group. So yeah, more viewers and more people interested in the game. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a good idea for Mike and Dax to events calendar. Good thinking.
David, congratulations on your come from behind victory again.
Thank you.
Excellent job.
Yes, David, congrats. The wins admittedly are few and far between, but you're well, I mean, even David's willing to admit that. But
wow.
You had more.
Look at him throw shade and congratulate.
No, that was I was working it into as a compliment, but because you have gotten more wins in the last games you played. So yeah, no, it just shows growth. I mean, we're all maturing with the game as we go.
On that note,
did not mean it as a jest. It was a compliment.
On that note,
maybe not the best articulated one. Shots fired.
Shots fired. That's right.
It's 1:30. I'm going to sleep, guys. All right.
All right,
everyone.
Have a good night.
And we'll see you in the Discord.
Yeah, bye.